here, but other than to let folks be aware that we don't need to keep too many bottles in your office too long. It's a public safety issue, that's all.
Thank you.
But just want to mention it, so.
Not really looking for.
Any further discussion on item 2? Hearing none, next item.
Item 3, requesting commission approval of a grant agreement with the Michigan Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs, Bureau of Construction Codes, Office of Land Survey and Remonumentation.
This is pretty standard. We get this every year for our remonumentation. Any questions or discussion on item number 3? Okay, we do have a representative from the Register of Deeds office here. Do you have anything you want to add? Okay, all right. Commissioner Clark Coleman would like an explanation of item number 3, please.
Oh, it's on already. Barbara Johnson, Chief Deputy Register of Deeds. This is a yearly grant that we get from the state of Michigan, and the purpose of it is it's a statewide program where all the counties participate to have someone, a surveyor, go out and survey the corners that have been placed previously for the purpose of defining property locations. So there are markers that have been established ages ago, and they go out and they do measurements, and they have to complete certificates and prepare a dossier that explains what measures they took to determine that the placement of that previous corner marker is okay. And they also replace some of the monuments. And the county commission approved our plan, I think it was about 3 years ago, for the corners. And the next step after we complete all of our corners will be maintaining the work that was previously done. So we'll be out of the surveying phase and just strictly maintenance. Yes. This has been the case since 1993.
And do we get all of our money for this through a grant through the state, or is there any cost, or do we pay any money, the county, and does the county pay any money for this?
The county doesn't pay any money for it. The program is funded primarily through the remonumentation fee that's paid when people record a document in a Register of Deeds office.
Okay, any other questions?
$546,000.
That's strictly
$46,911. Who pays that?
the state of Michigan. All of the counties are required to collect remonumentation fees to fund the remonumentation program. So the fee had been $4 for each document that was recorded in the office. Yes. Well, it's a pool of money that's put together, and the state may put some in, but it's primarily all of the fees from all of the counties. Then it's based on what percentage of the fees a particular county collected. So we usually have a larger grant award because we're larger and we collect more fees. And there's a formula that they use, and they go back to see the history from 2 years earlier to come up with your grant amount should be.
Primarily through fees.
Correct.
Not necessarily. All the counties.
Correct, it's a pool and then they use a formula to divvy out the money, but it's not any of our money that's going towards this program. No, because every year they establish what each county's grant award will be for the upcoming year.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I get a motion for these items? Commissioner Colleen.
Sure. I'd like to move item 1 for receive and file and items 2 and 3 for approval.
Support. It's been moved and supported. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Anyone opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passes.
For action items,
A roll call vote? Sorry about Commission Council.
Through the chair, it is common to do so. However, if the record properly reflects the votes of all commissioners, then it's not necessary. In this case, we didn't have any abstentions or nays. It's clear that everyone voted yes. I believe the record's clear and we're okay.
do those with the roll call vote.
The purpose for the roll call vote in committee, especially in a situation now where we have Zoom, is just to ensure that each commissioner vote is clear. So the best way to ensure that a vote is clear, how each commissioner voted, is to have a roll call vote. However, is it possible to do a general call for a vote and make sure that's clear? It is possible. For example, the clerk could say, all yays, no nays, and no abstentions or something. I think there is a way to make that happen. I will definitely talk to the clerk's office and each chair to make sure that we're clear about how to proceed in each committee.
I was always under the impression that all items that for approval. Maybe I'm wrong.
And that was the requirement when we were under the Open Meetings Act, and every meeting had to be Zoom and Zoom only. That was a requirement that we had roll call votes. Now that Zoom is optional and that we're meeting in person and Zoom is only here to allow public access, that is not necessarily a requirement. But again, we just want to make sure that every vote is known and understood.
Madam Clerk, next item.
F, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
There are none. Next item. Is
Public comments.
there anyone here with us today who wishes to make a public comment, or anyone on Zoom or on the phone? Did we receive any emails?
There are no emails.
Last call for public comments. Hearing none. Next item. Is
Adjournment.
there a motion to adjourn? Any support? It's been moved and supported. Without objection, we are